Hello and good morning, guys, from Cape Town International Airport. Today we'll be flying to Skukuza with Airlink on their Embraer 195 in economy. Airlink is a regional South African carrier that was once part of South African Airways, however, they ended their franchise agreement in 2020. From then, Airlink became an independent airline offering regional routes from South Africa to 15 countries and more than 45 destinations. But anyways, let's go check in for the flight. The check-in queues for Airlink economy class were quite packed. There were a bunch of people waiting in the queue to check in. Security was also very packed on this busy morning, and I ended up having a bus gate for my flight. To clear check-in and security, I recommend leaving an hour and a half time frame to do so. The Embraer 195 is the largest aircraft in Airlink's fleet, with a total of 96 economy seats and 11 business class seats. In a similar fashion to many other Embraer regional jets, business class is arranged in a 1-2 configuration, while economy is just in a 2-2 configuration. Taking a look around the seat, you have the flight attendant call button, reading light, and individual air vents located above your head for you and your seatmate. And in front of you is the tray table. As expected on a regional jet, there is no seatback entertainment. The tray table is of a decent size and actually not that small, bigger than I was expecting. Legroom is pretty decent in these seats, but nothing really that special, and you also have the seatback pocket for in-flight literature. The seat does not come with any universal power outlet, so it's best to be prepared and come with a portable charger. These seats actually offer a couple inches of recline, and the recline button is built into the armrest. The headrest is actually not adjustable, and it's somewhat firm. I feel like the seat could have been a bit more well padded. Overhead bins are of a typical size on the Embraer 195 regional jet. As far as in-flight entertainment, Airlink does not offer any streaming services. Instead, you'll find the Skyways in-flight magazine provided in the seat pocket. Here, you'll find news articles and the latest information on South Africa.
Flight time of 2 hours and 5 minutes. Departure day will be off runway 19 over False Bay, Lefton, over Stellenbosch region, over the City Mountains onwards to Skukuza. Skukuza, partly cloudy, 31 degrees today.
Yeah, get it. Oh, there's okay. Yeah, you're right. It's on the front. It's on the front. I think there's a car that is the
Emergency floor pass lighting in the aisle will guide you to these exits. In the unlikely event of an evacuation,
it's a beautiful
follow the lights to one of these exits.
Amazing.
Should a sudden decompression occur, an oxygen mask will drop on the service panel above your seat.
So the next one that you'll have to bring a few times, you'll have to do it okay. Because this is your introduction to safari. Our lodge, what I was thinking was at the end of the lodge, near the water pole. The bathroom, they do that because, because of breathing, right? Yeah. But and the sound outside of the roar that a lion makes is not what we think. They're like expecting something really powerful. And that's the Impala. Especially when the males are mating. It's like, it's a very, and big as a lion, but it's an Impala. But the trigger is, you don't know what the lion sound is, and it's more like, so I just remember when my first time seeing that, it was a girlfriend, my first time.
About 30 to 45 minutes after departure, the service commenced. The beverage cart was rolled through the cabin first, with choices including South African wine and soft drinks. I got a bottle of water and waited for the second service cart to come around when I got a black tea. Complimentary snacks and sandwiches were offered, but I decided to skip out. Located at the back of the aircraft is the economy class lavatory. I'm not really a big fan of the lavatories on regional jets, as they tend to be very tight and not the most spacious. It was kept clean, offering all of the basic essentials you'd expect, such as the toilet, baby changing table, and sink with a decent amount of counter space. Flying Airlink from Cape Town to Skukuza is probably the most convenient way to get between the two destinations. Airlink operates many aircraft on this route, ranging from the smaller Embraer 145 to the larger Embraer 195. The ground experience as a short-haul economy passenger was very typical, with packed check-in and security queues. I felt that the seat could have been a bit more comfortable. While legroom was just mediocre, it could have been a bit more well-padded. Adding an adjustable headrest, softer seat cushion, and maybe a power outlet could make this a more solid economy seat. Airlink had plenty of choices for when it came to beverages. There was a choice of hot and cold, alcoholic and non-alcoholic drinks, and I think it's really great to offer an extensive selection. The fact that complimentary snacks and sandwiches was available was also great, especially if passengers would like a more substantial meal option in economy. For in-flight entertainment, I wish that Airlink offered a streaming entertainment selection, as many other airlines do, when they don't offer seatback IFE screens. While having an in-flight magazine is nice, online entertainment would allow Airlink to offer more entertainment choices. My favorite part of today's flight was the in-flight service. Airlink's crew are very friendly and professional. When they were in the aisles, they were smiling and seemed passionate about what they were doing. One-way flights on this route in economy start at around $300, which is equivalent to 5,320 South African Rand. If you want to book this flight using points, you're able to do so via Qatar Airways Privilege Club. A one-way flight on this route in Airlink's economy class will cost around 12,000 Qatar Avios. Note that you can only use your Qatar Airways Avios to book Airlink's economy class and not business.
They have to make a decision whether to stay more or that's scary. Like you have the population like that. But you just fight them on the back. Wow, I did that. Going forward, I may have a whole $1,000 credit because that's crazy. See how short this is with this? You have to stick the length.
Airlink is the only commercial airline that serves Skukuza, which is the airport of the Kruger National Park region. There's no baggage claim here, and instead you'll just pick up your bags right outside the terminal. And with that, this trip report comes to an end. Thank you all so much for your support. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and follow us on Instagram at aviationwithkrish4185. Bye guys, and I'll see you in another video.